Hello, my name is Rachel Okello and I'm a UK-based solicitor specialising in immigration, nationality and deportation law. And today is day 6, yes, day 6 of our 10-day challenge, where I'm coming to you every working day over a 2-week period to break down each individual aspect of a spouse visa application and an application for leave to remain if you are already in the United Kingdom. So how can you be together as a couple? And we're giving this whole season the heading of Coming to the UK for Love. Okay, so today I want to talk about a very important aspect of the application, which is genuineness. And that's where the word love really comes into this, because you have to show that your relationship is genuine. For UK visas and for the Home Office to grant your application, they must be sure that the relationship is genuine. So even if you fulfill all the other criteria, which to a very large extent is a tick box criteria, the showing that the relationship is genuine is more how the caseworker feels when they are going through your application. So particularly if there are reasons why if they apply certain stereotypes, they may think, this is not a genuine relationship. And I'm going to be very stereotypical here, and I'm going to say things like, if you have a large age difference, so if one person's very old and one person's very young, they may not think that's genuine. If you don't speak the same language, for example, one person has very good English because they're British or they live in the UK, and somebody else doesn't manage English very well, and they don't actually have a common language that either of them are fluent in. So the Home Office are going to want to know, how do you communicate with each other? I mean, there may be ways that you do communicate with each other, but that's going to be something that you're going to have to deal with in your application. They also may be, if you're from different religions, why have you chosen somebody who has a completely different way of life to you, or completely different religion to you? So if there's something about your relationship that is very particular, then you're going to need to provide lots of evidence to show why your relationship should be considered as a genuine relationship. So what is the evidence that you're going to be providing? Well, if you're married, of course, you provide your marriage certificate, but it certainly isn't going to stop there, because people do marry for convenience, they do marry for immigration purposes, and therefore the marriage certificate by itself is not enough. And I just want to remind you at this point that any documents which are not in English do need to be translated by a verified translator. So you need to provide the document in its original language, the original document, and then the English translation, which has to be certified by an acceptable translator. Okay, so you will be providing independent letters from family and friends who are aware of your relationship. Maybe if you've had relationship counselling from the counsellor, if it was from the pastor of the church or the imam at the mosque, or the rabbi at the synagogue, who actually gave you the counselling. Which independent person is willing to come forward and say, yes, I've counseled these people, I've spoken to both of them, and their relationship is genuine. Friends and family members in particular, saying that they've met both of you, they've seen you both together, because you must have met each other to make the application. So that's very important as well. And therefore you can be saying through your friends and family letters that they have met you both together, they've seen you, they believe that you're very much in love. And this is really where you have to let the intimacy of your relationship come forward. So you may have photographs, not ones which are too explicit, obviously, but photographs which show a closeness between you. And they don't need photographs of you and then photographs of your partner, they need you together. Okay, in the same photograph and over a period of time. So not photographs all on the same day, wearing the same clothes. They need photographs over the period of time, different days, doing different activities together. And if there are any children involved, then photographs with the children, with you all together, not children on their own. You have to all be together. That's the purpose of providing the photographs. You could also provide nowadays Facebook screenshots, WhatsApp screenshots, social media contact is fine, but you have to provide a log, and the judges will want screenshots. They're very au fait these days, the judges actually, and they will want to see screenshots of the conversations. So it has to be a conversation thread. It's not going to be absolutely everything, but a conversation thread of you talking to each other in a way that people who are in a relationship would talk to each other. So not the typical what are you having for dinner sort of things, but really parts where you're planning your life together, parts where you're being a little bit intimate together, not overly explicit obviously, but just a little bit of intimacy, something that you would say only to your partner. So those are things that can be included in an application to show that the relationship is genuine. And your application is going to have to be very, very large. You're going to have to provide a lot of papers, a lot of things. You can never provide too many things to prove the genuineness of your relationship, because you are trying to convince a Home Office or a UK visa entry clearance officer that this relationship is genuine. So if they've only got 4 or 5 bits of paper to look at, they're not going to be very convinced. They want to see lots and lots of photographs, lots and lots of letters from family and friends, independent letters from the pastor, the counsellor, anyone who's been involved in your relationship. If you have children involved, then maybe the school teacher, the doctor, to say that the parent has been involved with the child's school life or takes the child to the doctor's surgery, those sorts of things. Anything that shows the family life that you have together. There is absolutely no point in not providing the Home Office with the information they require and then sulking when they don't believe you. The Home Office, entry clearance officer, are not going to believe you. They are trained not to take things on face value. So they are not going to believe that you are deadly in love with your partner just because you say so. You're going to have to provide the evidence for them to see that. It's going to have to be evidence from a variety of sources. Okay? So that's it for today. If you want to talk about your case more specifically, because this is just general information, if you want to talk about your case more specifically, then you can contact us, book a free case assessment. We like to assess all cases before we take them on, because if you're not eligible to make the application, then there's absolutely no point in spending money on solicitors' fees and Home Office fees. So we do assess all the cases before we take them on. So if you would like a free case assessment, then by all means you can arrange that through our website, which is clarityvisas.co.uk. And there's a button there, you can just press it and arrange that straight away online. And then you and I will have a conversation. Or you can call our office, which is in the UK. And it's 01213 894 895, and we deal with clients from all over the UK. We can deal with you via video link, telephone, or you can come to our offices in Birmingham. You're more than welcome. And we can also deal with people who are not in the UK but have a sponsor who is in the UK. Okay, so it was lovely spending this time with you as usual, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Have a nice day.